All right, we're live. What's up, guys? What is up? Welcome to What Would You Do Wednesdays with your favorite
Wednesday.
sister and brother duo with Nakisha and Rodney. Um,
Hey.
Nakisha, talk to people. I get everything together for
Hey
Instagram.
people, how are y'all doing? It is the Wednesday before Mother's Day, which is a very, very important weekend coming up for everybody. You know, if you're lucky and blessed to have your mom, you need to make sure you show her some love and throw her a couple of dollars. Mama love money. And also just time to celebrate, moms. Spend some time on yourself, pamper yourself. I know we've all been quarantined and we kind of tired of being by ourselves, but just enjoy the moment of being a mother and what that represents and how beautiful that is. So, after this comes Father's Day. So
There's nothing wrong
I
with
hope
Father's
everybody,
Day, you
I hope
guys.
everybody does have. I hope they do have a good Mother's
He
Day
is
though.
a bit of a hater when it comes to that. I can actually just hold the
Who
phone
hey?
for the people. That's what I do for the people. I just hold the phone. I'm gonna hold the phone for the people so they can see both of us. It'll be a little get show. Okay, all right. So people are chiming in. So what is today's topic, Keisha?
I think we are actually talking about biracial situations. We're talking about influences as far as identifying as one or the other, or do you identify as both? Also, people who I wanted to throw in people who adopt children of the opposite race of them as them, and how do they deal with that, and how do they mesh that with their family and other heritage that they're bringing in. So that's tonight, you
Yes, it
guys.
is. Yes, it is. It is tonight. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm being a little delayed. I'm trying to also be able to read our comments. So okay, so if you leave a comment, I'm gonna go back and toggle back and forth to read the comments for you with you guys. Okay, so the reason why this topic to me was so important, Keisha, like I told you earlier, I had a topic with a guy who is biracial. He is black and Mexican. His mom is Mexican. His father is African American. And
Okay.
he like when he applied for job applications, he said he will put Mexican because he felt like he would get the job quicker than being a black man. And I found that to be alarming. And then
Okay.
I
So
questioned
what
my
was so let's stop right there. And what was so alarming about it, if you don't mind me asking?
to me, I just felt like I said, why do you feel like black people not talented enough or worthy enough to get a job based off of their race? He was like, because let's be real, we live in a world where being black is not cool, where we get shot
Mm.
down just for it and everything, where we get talked about. We are like this the bottom of the barrel. He said even on the Mexican side, he said, yeah, we get talked about, but we get work. He said at the time I didn't get a job.
Ooh.
And so I was like, so do you feel like you toggle back and forth between being black and being Mexican? He's like, yeah, and he was like, am I wrong for doing that? And I was like, I feel like it's. I was like, no, but then I was like, who am I to tell a person who are biracial what should they do to benefit them? Anyway, he's doing it for a
Well,
benefit.
it's not even benefiting. It's kind of acknowledging both, but he's saying one gets me in more doors, but does he downplay his blackness? Now that's the question. Does
No,
he
he does not.
downplay like okay, okay,
Because I
okay.
know him personally, so he does not.
Okay.
He is
But he
proud.
only puts Mexican on his applications, is what you're saying.
Yeah, to
So
get
to
jobs.
me, that's downplaying your blackness. I'm sorry, it is. For me, it is.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Keisha. I'm gonna ask you this question. Okay, so do you feel like it's wrong that he's able to go to either race to make things beneficial to him?
I don't feel like it's wrong. I feel like once again he using something to get him through the door. Like a perfect example. If I'm a woman and I'm a beautiful, voluptuous woman, and I may wear a little cleavage to a little interview or something, and that gets me, maybe gets me a second interview. Did I use what I got to get what I want? Yes, I did. But also when I come back Am I covered up and looking educated? And would that change, would that make a difference? To me, it's about appearance. And what he's trying to do is pass for one so it won't look like a negative thing for the other, which to me, he's playing into the part of Black people aren't enough for me.
Okay, let me go to Instagram because the people on Instagram. Okay, but so what would you tell a child? What would you tell your child who is biracial, right? Let's put it on you. How you raise a biracial child in today's society, since you are a parent?
So I'm a parent, but I don't have biracial children, despite the color of my skin. I know people want to think that we are mixed, but we're not. We just light-skinned Black people. But I don't want to speak on if I had a biracial child. I can tell you that there are parents who have a hard time considering their children to be brown children because the father, who may be Black or maybe another race, has left, so they're raising them as white. And so I have had to stop some of those parents and say, wait, you need some help. You need help doing this girl's hair, first of all. You can't just throw water and grease in it and think it's okay. There's certain things that you have to do. So the first thing is you have to acknowledge that your child is of another race. You can't just let that slide because they got a little white in them. That's not how society works, because you know what? Everybody else sees a brown child. So you have to raise your kids like that. You have to let them know there are two parts to you. Now, what if they never see the Black part or the Mexican part or the Asian part? What if all they see is white? It doesn't matter. Everybody should know where they come from and what they're made up of.
I agree with you with that as well, Keisha. But at the same time, I feel like you should be able to identify as you choose, as you wish. Who am I to tell you what to identify as a person? And we have questions. Let's go to Chance.
Go ahead.
Chance said, it's nothing wrong with getting in the door. He also said, our people have been doing it for years. It's called passing. Take the advantage and bring other people up when you get there. Then Brittany said, I stopped wearing an afro to interviews when I lived in certain areas. So what do we say to people like that, Keisha? That's good. So
Brittany, that's right.
People, these are Black people. So
right.
What will we?
So hold on. I interview for my positions, but of course I'm a Black woman. I love to see ethnicity. I like for you to bring it. I want to see all your Blackness when you come. My shirt right now representing a sister with an afro on. Don't look at my pajama pants though. But what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of women who won't go to interviews with braids. They won't go to interviews with their naturals because they're trying to sell themselves, not a look. And I don't think it's anything wrong with that, because when they come back to start, they all full-fledged 100% natural. And I'd be like, go ahead, sister, you got it.
My question is, why do you yes. I guess my question is, why do you have to do that?
You have to do that because you want to put on the best representation of yourself. And I'm not saying you have to do it. Let me strike that. People do it because they're selling they don't want to be stopped just because you look at them and they represent something that you don't like. I have had a co-worker, an administrative assistant, ask a Black woman, why do you wear those braids in your hair? And that was such a negative remark. And if we have any white people listening, if we have any Asian people listening who don't understand Black people's hair, don't question about it. It's not up for discussion. I wear my hair like this because I like my hair like this. I don't need long silky. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to wear long silky, wear long silky. Just stop asking people about their hair. We had a young man that come for an interview one time and he had cornrows. And I really think that's the reason why he didn't get the job. I'm just going to be telling it like it is.
Though? Because
it's not fair, but do we live in a fair world?
That's the thing, I feel like that's why I understood when he was talking about being Mexican. I feel like Black people, we always have to try to fit everyone else's norm. And I don't like that. Why are we not able to wear?
Stop trying to. Stop trying to.
I don't think that's fair. But hold on. India said on here, I never had to change for a job in order to get a job because They look past my skin color, look mostly at my knowledge. And it is true in
That's
some
good.
circumstances.
Certain jobs, yes, yes. hmm I agree, India. That is true because you do have people who do judge. A lot of people don't like tattoos, so guess what? They cover them up. They're not gonna show you all their tattoos during the interview. Piercings usually come out because why? Because we don't find that to be professional. you know but nowadays it is becoming okay to be who you are. Would you hire somebody writing who had a whole sleeve on one side and tattoos coming up the neck?
I feel like that should be hidden.
Hidden.
A
And why,
tattoo,
and why is
a,
that?
okay, a tattoo to me is not something to do with your hair. I'm talking
What if
about
it's your, what if I'm Indian, or what if
that.
I'm from one of the islands, like I'm from Guam or somewhere like that?
I feel like all this is situational. So if you're from a
Uh-huh.
tribe, if you're from a place where that is what it is, me as an employer would um not want to hire you because of it. However, if you come with tattoos, stuff on your eye and up your neck, I ain't want to see all that. You get what I'm saying?
What?
So I feel like that's a very vague statement you just made.
That's,
Okay.
I feel like you stereotyping like the rest of America does sometimes. You
Wow.
know, Yes, I do. Because you're trying to tell me that you look at my degree and my degree meets your qualifications, and I walk in and you look at me, and because I'm tatted up everywhere, I just like tattoos. I feel like tattoos are art and I'm expressing myself. So you have not even gotten to the point to where you've heard me speak. But do you feel like I would represent you in a negative way? You're saying automatically yes. I would represent your country, I mean your company in a negative way.
Yes, I think anybody. I don't care if you black, blue, green, whoever. If you got tattoos over your neck, I don't want to hire you.
All right, well, we're gonna bring it back because we'll go off on a tangent and we've been forgot. So we're talking about mixed people, biracial people trying to pass for one or the other, right? Not identifying with their other side of race. So how do you feel about adopting somebody opposite of your race?
For one, I don't believe in a. Okay, never say I don't believe. For one, I would never adopt a child, just because,
Here we go.
just because I feel like this is just my own opinion, y'all. Please,
We want your opinion. I know you got slammed
my,
last time.
this is my opinion. I don't want to raise a child from whatever situation. Because if I was to adopt a child, it would be from like probably.
Okay, we're not talking about you adopting. We're talking about your thoughts about people who do adopt
Oh,
outside of their race.
I wouldn't prefer it, but I would be okay with it if that makes sense because the children need a home. And who am I to tell a white child that a black family can't raise them right? Or who am I to tell a black child that a Chinese family can't raise and love them right? But it have to be very, very clear that raise them by their ethnicity. Make sure they know that they're black, they're white, they're whoever. Make sure they're in touch with that because that's going to be very conflicting with them growing up. Yeah, their parents
Yes,
are whatever, but at the end of the day, the world see them as their nationality.
the
That's
world
it.
sees them as their color. We don't
Yeah.
even learn nationalities anymore. We just see color. And
Oh, we
let's
got
tell
some
the
questions.
truth.
Hold on, hitting us
Go
up.
ahead.
Brittany said, recognize the stigma and use the knowledge to manipulate your way in a door. LOL. We can't force a person
That's right,
who has
Brittany.
their and biased preference to see my work ethics. The chance said, having a unique name and being black like myself, it messes me up. And being biracial and identify as black gets me. And I have tats on my neck, but I'm guaranteed I'm the smartest person in the room. And
Hmm.
then Brittany said tattoos are not welcome due to majority stigma. And the chance said I have white foster parents and they are cool people and I had a good life. And there is a difference
Hmm.
between being race and ethnicity.
That's right. It is a big difference. He's exactly right. Because your ethnic background is made up of usually like nationalities. Your race, honestly and truthfully, y'all, race only comes in the United States. You go and you could be a black Frenchman, but you only known as you're from France. You know, so the United States, we play that race card all the time. And this is where we live, so it's okay to talk about it and acknowledge it. And when people tell me, I don't see race, I say, come on now. It's okay to say a black woman. It's okay to say a Korean woman, but it's not okay to say those afterthoughts. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay to have those, she dirty, or she nasty, or she steal. That's where that racism and discrimination come in from. Yeah, you can see color. It's okay. We all made up of different things. My big personal pet peeve, I absolutely love when children are adopted. I don't care who adopts those children, because some of those children have been through pure D hell. I just don't want you to forget about where they come from.
Okay, so
I don't want you, huh?
I say we're basically the same thing.
Yeah, I don't want you to forget about those children, that child's black parents or Mexican parents or Filipino parents. Let them be able to see their culture. Now, if all you know is white, and I'm talking about lily white, you don't know nothing else, all you know is white, mayonnaise white. If that's all you know, then you need to be educating yourself before you adopt. You should have at least one or two friends. I hope. I don't know if you do, but one or two people.
I had some people I thought was my friend, and they went and thought Trump was the best thing walking. And I'm like, how can you be somebody? How can you be friends with a black person and knowing that this man is hateful as hell and talk negative about black people? I don't believe in that, and I unfriended them because of that reason. Because
So what I am saying is that if you're going to adopt, see, because you get way over here to the left, honey, we over here on the right field. If you're going to adopt outside of your race, check in with some people you know of that race. That's what I'm talking about. The big thing in the 80s and 90s was adopting Asian kids, right? Oh, let's go get us a little Korean girl. Let's go get us a Chinese girl. Come on now, hold up. What do you know about that culture? What are you going to teach this child about their ethnicity and who they are as a Chinese American, Korean American? That's all I'm saying. Because you're trying to bring them up in the culture of who you are. And I say culture because you can't put white in a box, just like you can't put black in a box. We all different. Every last one of us are different. So with that being said, you have to make sure that if it's some type of group, ethnicity group in your community, let them be a part of it. You know, it's a lot of stereotypes too. You got to break those down. So
yeah,
my big thing though is when you have these parents who don't comb the black children's hair, that gets under my skin. I don't know why, but it just do. And leave it matted. You know, I had to take one of our former clients to Shell. Shell is my sister. She's a beautician. To Shell and get her hair done. Her mom had not combed her hair the whole summer because she just got tired. And so she would just brush the edges up and it was so matted. She had to cut her hair off and start all over again. You know, you just, that was unnecessary. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Now, what are your thoughts about people who are mixed but don't identify with their black side? They want to just identify with white.
I feel like
your thoughts now. I know sometimes you get caught up and be like, I can't say it. I just asked you for your thoughts.
Biracial, you have the right to identify as who you want to identify as. Who am I to tell you what to do? This is how I feel.
Why you don't want to be? But I'm just gonna keep it real. Keeping it real for the people. Y'all mind if I keep it real? Why do we think being black is so wrong? When does that change? Why can't we change that perception? Being black is not the worst thing you can be. I always tell y'all it's a beautiful thing. It's nothing wrong with being black. And I think that's where it starts.
But your question was to me, do I feel like they're wrong for doing that? No. That's just like a person who is probably mixed and look white as snow, but identify as a black person. They want to identify as being black. So that's like a yin and yang like question, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go back to the questions on the
No, it's
Facebook.
not. It's a straight up answer question.
Well,
Get the people
let's,
right.
let's go back to Facebook. Facebook is popping. Okay, there are different support
It
groups
is.
online and offline who share experiences to help others educate their kids and the parents. Community help is the best help when it comes
Absolutely.
to children.
Absolutely.
And then Chance said, a little black girl without beads in her head or a little black boy with braids, this gets to me. I was I was the beat in the 80s and 90s. Black is beautiful. Then Brittany said, I don't think they choose white due to the shame of. Oh wait, hold on. She said, I don't think they choose white due to the shame 100% of the time. It's a choice. I agree with what Brittany said. I feel like it's a choice. I don't think it's shame. I don't think it's not all the time, but I just think that's who they want to be.
Y'all don't so y'all don't think it's shame.
No.
Okay. I'm looking at the questions that you're doing. That's what I'm trying to stroll to and get what you're doing. Okay,
Okay.
so I just feel like if it's no shame included, if it's none, absolutely none, I'm good. I like my white side only. I just want to be white. But clearly, I don't know if people can tell. We can tell. I can tell when people are mixed with something other than just being 100%. Because I don't
Yeah.
really believe anybody's 100%. I really don't. Now, if my whole life I have always been asked, "What are you? What's your race?" And when I say black, they just get like, "What? No, what else are you mixed with?" And my for a long time, coffee is coffee. It don't matter how much creamer you put in it. That's when I started saying I only identify with black because I don't have time to break down my daddy's side, my mama's side for strangers. I'm black. I'm a black American. That's what I identify as. And it's not to leave out anything else because then I feel like, okay, now I have to say, well, on my mama's
Somebody
side we got
said,
this, on my daddy's side.
somebody
But
said,
if I know you,
they said
huh?
that's that's where ethnicity come in. If you were raised white, then that's what you claim, and I agree. And then Sean said, all the white women I know always keep their kids from the black fathers when the black men don't want the white woman anymore. That's another.
Mm,
That's,
that's deep, Sean.
that's
That's
deep.
deep. Yeah, but that's real. I mean, and one thing I like about us, Rodney, we can't never tell nobody that ain't true. You know why? Because a little bit of something makes it true. I don't
Yeah.
do statistics. I don't do all that stuff because all you need is one person to say it happened to you, and guess what?
Ooh, hold on.
That
I
mean it
just
can
checked
happen to
the
somebody
Instagram. Hold
else.
on. Let me read the Instagram comment.
Oh,
Uh,
Instagram must be popping.
Mark said, just because you choose to adopt a child who is of a different race or culture doesn't mean it's your obligation to teach them about their own culture. They need to allow their kids to self-embrace. Don't agree with that? Then he also said,
You can't tell them. You can't tell them how to feel.
I said, I don't agree with that. Now, if you want to say that's his belief. Then he also said,
I know. Just shoot them
I don't
to the
believe it's
clouds.
fair. I don't believe it's the parents' responsibility to allow their child to embrace and educate themselves. So basically, what I think what Mark is saying is that the job of that parents raise and love that child. It's not their job to tell them, "Oh, you're black. Let's read about black books." No, I'm going to raise you the best of my ability to make sure you are ready for the world. They don't care about the culture. They're gonna raise them how they want to raise them.
Okay, so how can you get them ready for the world and you're not telling them about who they are as a person?
That's a good
Just a
question.
question. Not saying I need an answer. Not saying I need an answer. But when you get ready to raise your brown child who has had two white adopted parents and you send them out in the world and they don't understand racism, so we're not going to talk about racism at all?
I agree with
Just a
you.
question. I'm not saying he got to answer me. Okay, I'm just saying what you have, your job as a parent is to prepare your child for the world. Okay, just like I don't agree with over the top Christians who never let their children watch TV, who never let their children listen to any type of music but gospel, and it's prayer time 100% of the day. Come on, people, are we really preparing them for the world? Because as true Christians, you're supposed to teach them how to stand in the world. So that's just another little snippet. If you're preparing them,
Hold on.
prepare them
He replied
full
back to me.
fledged, 100%.
He replied back. Let me read it to
Okay.
you.
All right.
He said,
Okay. Go ahead.
as a parent, you tell the child what they are, simple facts, but the child has to embrace it and learn it themselves to better understand it. I agree. How can a white person?
Oh, He's saying self-education. It's up to
Yeah.
me as a child for me to learn on my own. Oh, honey, I don't know about that. That's not the way I parent, but I don't criticize no parents. I mean, that's the way he do it.
Learn
That's
to
the way he
embrace their
do
own culture, not the parents of force. Okay, hold on. Did Jessica said right? When that black boy goes out into the world, he will be in for a rude awakening. Sean said a white person can never teach a black child how to be black.
the same way a mother could never teach a boy how to be a man.
But we have women who raise
Sorry.
themselves.
We can teach you characteristics of a good person, but there are specific things that we need to teach. I'm sorry. Now if y'all want to go deep with this, we can. We have to raise black boys a little different. We just had an incident. Y'all all watched the videotape of a man who was just jogging, who got gunned down for no damn reason. And that hurt my soul to see that. Do you understand me? In like 1950, all I could think about was Mississippi burning watching that. The man clearly was a jogger. You know how you could tell a jogger from a regular person who just stealing? He jogging at a casual speed with headphones in, okay? So and I'm getting upset because I have a son. And I'm going to let everybody out there know, if my child is gunned down, your child won't have peace. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay.
I agree.
Because I have a black son.
I agree.
And I got to raise my son out here with people who just feel like black people are targets, and the police feel like they can just beat them to sleep if they want to. We going backwards. We're going backwards.
I feel like, but I feel it takes black people too as well to learn when we are in upper positions. And this is how I feel. When you are in leadership position, I feel like it's your duty and your place to teach your other counterparts, your other races, your other ethnicities about every black person not steal. They have this negative notation that every black person is bad. But hell, every white person ain't good either. It ain't bad either. So, and I feel like it's bad and good in every race, but I just feel like black people are always just the target. And I don't understand it because I as well. It hurt my soul when I did, because I live in Buckhead, Keisha. So I run. That's why I don't even like going to neighborhoods like that. I stick to the main roads because I don't have time for foolishness. Because I don't want my mama to see me get gunned down for me running and jogging. But minding my own business.
Just being black. You call the police because somebody running in your neighborhood like you ain't never seen black folks before. You so scared like it's a wild animal. You go get your shotgun and your son. And I'm just telling y'all right now, if you do not have a gun, y'all better start carrying, because right now it's open season and you better be able to fire back. That's all I'm saying. And I see we done jumped off the target because we done got into something I'm passionate about. We got to protect ourselves. We got to start protecting our own. We got to get back to the Black Panther movement of educating our people. And you know what you said that made some sense and kind of was sad to me? We have to tell people about us. When are people gonna take time to learn? Who listening? Why do I always have to educate somebody about me, my hair, my music, why I do this? Why do you do that? Why do you do what you do? Why do you talk so loud, Keisha? Because I want to. Because I come from a family of 6. If you didn't talk loud, nobody heard you. So are you willing to really learn me? Are you really trying to be diverse? Are you really trying to understand?
It takes a special person, and we see this too much. And for people who do have biracial children, and I'm going to put it out there, if you don't tell your child about both sides, you are doing that child a disjustice, especially if they look black. Because you might raise that little child as being a little white boy, a little white girl. They might go through in high school, but when the world hit them, they're in a rude awakening because your mommy and dad's not going to be there to say, hey, it's okay. Raise your children as who they look like, and that's how I feel. If I had a mixed child and your ass look black and you want to be white, fine with that. But you gonna learn something about your black side. You're not gonna ever say that my parent did not equip me enough to tell them what I am. And that's why I am for kids having different cultural friends, because it teach your child about different cultures. Because when you got to the world,
Me too.
you work with white
Me
people,
too.
Native Americans, Asians, Puerto Ricans, all kind of people in the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
have your child to be cultural, but let them always know who and what they are. And I'm just a big advocate of
That's
that.
it. And don't, there you go. I agree. I agree. Be well rounded. You don't have to be 100% one way. Now to your friend who was Mexican and to who he's black and he feels like being Mexican gets him certain opportunities. Just don't fall off from being black, because sometimes that's all other people see. And I'm just saying, what's so wrong with being black?
I'm gonna read a comment.
What?
Okay. Somebody said, yes, Rodney, but it's not enough diversity in high
Go ahead, baby.
Okay, then Shannon said, it said our kids already have a strike against them for being black, which is true. Chance said, no, the revolution just needs to happen again. 60s and 70s taught us how to do it. And then Brittany said, if black people support each other more other than sharing posts on social media to spread the news of us dying and being targeted and really support each other, and this is we lost the fact that it truly takes a village. We need to protect our own and have our own streets to jog on, damn it. Okay. And then Chance said, you get more militant than a light-skinned Negro. Hugh Newton, and Elaine. Yeah. And then Deidre said they don't care about us, but they love our culture. They get the credit for it, and we talk about it for the same thing. And we get talked about for the same thing. Y'all all hit good things. I really
you want to go You want to go to Instagram and read some?
Nobody else wrote. You
want to go to Instagram and read some?
I'm looking.
And I'll just and I'll just say this. And we can stay a little long.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got some people.
And
I'm sorry.
I just feel like this is, all the topics we talk about are important topics, and sometimes we play around with them. This one really, really is important to me because I think everybody who commented, we all on the same page. But I hope we educating people who don't necessarily agree with us. Sometimes it's easy to everybody get along, let the choir say amen. But one of the important things is that people need to know that Black people matter. And when they say Black lives matter, that's exactly what they're saying. I ain't talking about everybody else. I'm talking about Black people matter. Black history is important. We should never stop educating ourselves on where we come from and who we are. When we were thought of as low down, dirty, beneath animal dogs. Do you hear me? And to get all the way to the highest office in the United States, that speaks volumes.
As a dog. And
when Trump got in office, we went back 100 years.
We did. But Brittany made a good statement, Keisha, which I do truly agree. Black people need to learn how to treat
what she say, honey.
And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then I feel like this is not for you. But if you understand what I'm saying, Black people need to learn how to treat Black people. I don't care if you're light skin, brown skin, tan, whatever you want, whatever hue or the color you are. Learn to respect your Black people. I don't care if you're dark skin. Don't refer to he a dark skin. He a light skin. No, we're Black. Because guess what? When the other races see us, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, he's a dark skin nigga." You're Black. You an Ilga. That's what they call it. And then hold on, we got a comment. We have 2. Jessica said, "This is why I have a problem with people who want to down for being Black for a job." And Chance said, "I love being Black."
Me too.
Night, okay, yeah. All right, Chance. And then Deidre said, "Yeah, I agree." But Keisha, I really felt like we hit
I agree.
Tonight. I really do, because being biracial and just being in today's society, it is crucial. It is so crucial.
Yes.
Teach your children who they are. And like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say what I said. Who am I
Teach
to
their children
tell
who they
you
are.
what to do? I'm not biracial. I'm not. I don't. I cannot. Even though I might look like it, you might want to say it. I'm not. Okay. So I don't know how it feels to be biracial and have a white side and a black side or a Mexican side and whatever other side, Chinese side, black side. I don't know how that feels. But I will say this: do what you want to do because you have the right to do both. Now, if you put in job applications because you feel like one side going to get over the other, I don't know if that's a shame on you, but I really
Yeah,
hope that you will learn in the future as to why you are doing it. I hope you can see why that is kind of wrong. It is wrong to me to
that's
do
right.
that,
That's right.
but I hope you find a way as to why are you doing
There you go. Oh, that's perfect. That is so perfect. I'm not even gonna have to say nothing. That's how perfect that is. Because there is a reason why you're doing what you're doing and not embracing who you truly are. And so, good people, thank y'all for taking your time out of your Wednesday to spend it with us. We love y'all. We appreciate you. You know, even though we're very opinionated, these are just our opinions. It don't speak for the volumes and the thousands of millions of black people out there. Just me and Rodney. That's all.
it. Yeah, because like I
um,
tell
but I do
people,
want to say good night. Go
no,
ahead.
I'm taking y'all.
Okay, yeah, you gotta stop because you'll go to 9:30. I do want to say good night. I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day, and for the people that this is their first time without their mothers, God bless. I hope you spend it with people you love, and I hope you're surrounded by the other mothers in your life.
Amen to that. And I also just want to say, I hope you guys like this new way of streaming we're doing. Um, I'm also going to start streaming this to YouTube as well, so you can do up to like 5 streaming platforms. Unfortunately, Instagram is not on here. That's why I'm holding my phone for Instagram because we start off on Instagram. So I don't want to feel like Instagram is getting left out.
Yeah, I love Instagram.
But
Hmm.
I know it's a little get to it and whatever, but I want to give everybody that same, good laugh and good information, like and good content. But I feel like we're gonna stick to
Just good
StreamYard
conversation.
in good conversation. And
Yeah.
if y'all have not took away anything from today, just learn if you are raising a biracial child, you are biracial. Just learn. Just ask us why are you doing what you're doing. And I feel like that's the best takeoff we can have. We do this every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Every Wednesday.
8 p.m. Central Time, you guys. And next week, I don't know what the topic gonna be. Keisha ain't told me yet, but I'm
We
pretty sure.
always pop off with a topic, y'all, literally the day before or the day of. It's not like we've been plotting for weeks and Sundays, but it's such good content and it always represents the black community, which is what I love, is because we can tie it back into. And why is that important? Is because we are important. And, we important. That's all I can say. I love it. I love me some us.
Well, all right, sister. I'm going
So
to
good
end.
night.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all share the live and comment what city y'all watching us
Yeah.
from and share us. Get people to see us. We are good.
Share.
All right.
Because if
All
we make it big, we'll buy you a Happy Meal.
right. All right, Keith. All right, you guys.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
All right. Let me end broadcast.